This is the Topic D review. It's very important that we notice on the Topic D review that it says to show your work. This will guarantee your answer is right. So first, many of you can look at 1/2 and 3/8, and you know 3/8 is less than a half because half of 8 is 4 and 3 is smaller than 4. So you know that it's less than 1 because it's less than 2 halves. But in order to check to make sure that you can guarantee that you are right, the easiest thing to do is to go to the side and actually just physically add 1/2 and 3/8 and you can check your work. So when I do that, I see my common denominator is 8. I don't have to go all the way to 16. And when I add the two of these together, I end up with 7/8. And 7/8 is less than 1 whole because 1 whole would be 8/8. So now I'm going to look at the next one, and I'm going to show it both ways again. 6/8 is smaller than 6/7. So I know that I don't have to borrow. So 3 minus 2 is 1, and I'm going to have something left over. So I know that it will be greater than 1. But in order to check that I'm correct, I'm going to come over again on the side, like I said, and I'm going to do the math. And I have to make sure I carry those whole numbers over, which we've talked about before. And when I add these two together, sorry, not add, I'm subtracting. When I subtract them, I get 1 and 6/56. Since I have 1 and a fraction, I know it's greater than 1, and I did it correct, so I can move on to my next one. So now I'm going to look at this one, and we're talking about halves, and halves become very difficult for some of you to see in your head. So we're just going to go right over here on the side, and we're going to do our 1 and 1/10 minus 7/12. Many of you for this like to go all the way to 120 because you just think you multiply the two denominators together. But I know from doing my my multiples, that I can get to 60. I need to make sure I carry my whole number over. There's no whole number on this one. So now I just go through this. And I know that when I look at this, I cannot subtract 6 minus 35. I can't do that because if I have $6, I can't give 35 away. So I have to borrow, and that becomes a 0. And then I have to add the 60 plus the 6, the denominator and numerator, and I get 66. And now I can subtract. And when I subtract these two, it's 0 down here for the whole numbers. And then I have a 31 over 30. And when I do that, I see that it is 31 over 60. And I see that, and I know that half of 60 is 30. And this is greater than that 30, so it's greater than a half. Next, we go down here. We're just going to quickly add 4/9 and 1/7. And when we do that math, we're turning it into 63. And over here again, we're going to 63. And when we add these two together, we end up with 37/63. When we chop 63 in half, we get 31 and a half. This is bigger than 31 and a half, so it's greater than a half. Now to check this, same thing. If we just do the work out where it says show your work, it will help us. So if I have 5 and 5/6 and 4 and 3/4, and I'm going to use a common denominator of 12, I am not going all the way to 24. We end up with 9 and 19/12, which means that since this is improper, it's going to turn me into another whole number and give me 10 and 7/12, which is greater than 9.5. So I know that that side is bigger. Now I'm going to come on this side, and before I even start, I see that I'm doing 8 minus 2. Once I subtract 8 and 2, we're definitely smaller than 10, so I know it can be this way. So I can also show my work though, and I can check my answer. And we're going to go to 4 to keep it easy. And we have to borrow. That becomes a 7, and we add the numerator and the denominator, and that becomes a 5. So my answer over here is 5 3/4, which we see is much smaller than 10 3/4. So we do have to pay attention to the operation. Next page, we have Samantha buying lunch for $9.50 and a snack for $3.60. If she paid for her meal with a $20 bill, how much does she have left? And we have to write the answer both as a fraction and in dollars and cents. So first we have to know that $9.50 is $9.50. And we're going to add that to our snack, which is $3.60. And when we add those together, we end up with $13.10. But then Samantha went and bought that with a $20 bill, which is $20. And we have to take out the $13.10. And we subtract and we borrow when we have to. And we end up with $6.90. So my answer over here in dollars and cents is $6.90. And as a fraction, we can write it many ways. One way is we can do it $6.90 over 100, which simplified would also be $6.09. Or we could say it's 690 hundredths. Any of those are correct for the fraction form. Okay, one ribbon. This piece shown below is 3/4 of their whole. So we're going to show that it's 3/4. There's 1, 2, 3 pieces out of the 4. And we have to put the 4th piece on. That's the same small size that each of these pieces are. And now we've shown the whole ribbon. The bottom, this one is 1/3 of the whole. So this whole thing is 1 of the thirds. So now we have 2 of the thirds, and then we have 3 of the thirds, and there's our whole ribbon. And then we have A, B, and C. 1/2 of A, so we have to draw A and cut it in half. 1/2 of A is the same length as B. So we go right along like that. C is 1/3 as long as B. So if we cut B into thirds, C is 1/3 of B. And now we have a picture of all the ribbons, and that's our topic D review.